tal, chicos? Que todo esté bien, espera. Y empezamos. A ver. ¿Está todo bien? Supongo. Vamos a ver. Supongo. Vale. ¿Qué tal? Bueno, ayer fue desastroso, la verdad. Perdimos 2 partidos, que es lo normal al final, perder, pero bueno, fue terrible, la verdad. Y hoy toca serie contra Seattle Mariners. Vamos a ver qué tal. Seattle Mariners, 3 partidos y luego Oakland Athletics. Antes de la serie divisional contra Miami Marlins. Vamos a ver, jugaremos la serie contra Seattle y depende de cómo vaya, pues vemos si jugamos Oakland o no. Pero bueno, Seattle tiene un buen récord, 59-57. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Veo 96, Julio Rodríguez. Parece que es la estrella un poco del equipo. Vamos a ver qué tal.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Seattle Mariners. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Pete Alonso riding a power surge coming into this one, Chris. He's homered in 4 straight games.
A ver, yo creo que con 10 victorias más haremos playoff, yo creo. Pero ya el objetivo es la división, claro. Sería el objetivo principal. Venga, va. Además en Seattle, ¿eh? En Seattle.
And on the hill, Logan Gilbert. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound. Well, I'll say this: every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers; they haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start.
Ayer fue horrible, hay que olvidarse y centrarse ya en Seattle.
Line drive, leads, he's got it. Here's a Mets lineup now.
Pues muy bien, ¿no?
And probably their most productive player so far this year, Pete Alonso. He's near the top of the league in RBIs, and he's become a guy that they can count on to come through in big spots, and he has not disappointed. Man, pretty impressive. Top 5 in RBI in the National League. One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted.
Vamos. Bien, Jeff.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Se puede haber hecho la de antes, pero la han cogido de lujo.
Right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League. That's off the mark, and that is ball 1. Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in. Rip, but it curls foul. Man at second.
Esa no va mal tampoco, ¿eh? Carrera, yo creo, ¿eh? Perfecto, Juan. Venga, va. Bien, Juan. Perfecto.
Here's Pete Alonso. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And a foul ball. Kicks and fires. And that one fouled off.
Uf, qué pena, tío.
One run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Way inside, gets out of the way. Straighten him up a little bit. Slider misses outside. Gets a piece.
Otra vez que se va fuera, qué pena, tío.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And here it comes. And that's down and
Venga, va, tío, a ver si hoy pase por bolas. Complicado, porque se me va a ir el dedo seguro. ¿Ves? Esa era bola, tío. Se me ha ido el dedo.
Swung on, belted. That one's carrying.
Vamos. Vamos.
He flexes his power with that swing. His 48th of the year.
Enorme.
It's 3-0. He kept swinging and it paid
Enorme.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. And that's just foul. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
Las dos iguales, tronco.
That one to first. France throws to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That one blasted deep to right. That's back.
Bueno, la verdad hemos empezado fuertes, Hay mucha rabia de ayer,
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
La verdad, ayer se perdieron 2 partidos, que jodieron, la verdad. Hoy no se puede perder.
That pitch was intended to stay inside, but it leaked out over the middle of the plate. Hitter waited on it, and he connected just perfect.
Bueno, buena primera entrada, la verdad.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a high fly.
Se están yendo, tío, por ahí. A ver si alguno no se va.
Really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And a pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Venga, va.
But 2 round trippers in this
A ver qué tal.
inning.
Venga, Kiss.
Now the starting pitcher in this
Josh
Chris
Rojas.
Paddock. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
And first offering is fouled off. And that clips the inside corner. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Ahora viene la estrella, ¿no? De este equipo.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Julio Rodríguez.
Today, 3rd in the American League batting race.
Cuidado.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Late on that fastball.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. The M's down by 4 here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Vamos,
And a
bien,
swing
Chris.
and a miss. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Mariners. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Jake Berger. The right-hander back to work.
No.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. The plate umpire Freddie Ferguson. This one in the air. Candelario moving under this one. Makes the grab, 1 away. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
La de strike no la doy, la de bola sí. Es increíble, macho.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 gone. Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Edouard Julien. And that's outside. And it's 1-0. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Nice grab on the run. And that is ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Luke Raley. There's a strike at the knees. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball still.
Qué pena, tío.
The pitch. A little bit high. And a count 1-2.
It's a good take.
That one misses.
No, hombre, tío.
2-2.
2-2.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. So digging in, Trace Thompson. And a good eye there. The Mariners down by 4. Bottom half of inning number 2. There's the strike.
1-1.
Called strike right there.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Vamos, Chris, bien.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have
Venga, bien, perfecto.
Tosses across the first, and it's a back in Seattle. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeff McNeil. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. McNeil starting as the designated hitter. 32 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Rodriguez heads towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's Juan Soto. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Soto.
That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls.
Qué pena, tío. Un poquito antes, tío, qué pena.
Kicks and deals. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Qué pena,
Gets
tronco.
the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch
Ay.
there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Off the mark there. 1-1. Ripped on the ground to second. Rojas throws out to first. And that takes care of it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now batting Jamer Candelario. Paddock back to work. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Vamos.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher.
Te da cosita también el Candelario este.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. Upstairs. The Mets leading by 4 here in the last half of the third. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Next offering in there for a strike. Slider right there. Pulls down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Here's Luis Urias.
Seems like he's making contact with
¿Cómo se pone así,
everything.
tú?
Make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. There's a strike.
Bueno, Chris Paddock que está picheando a un nivel muy alto, ¿eh?
This one in the air. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. Nobody left for Seattle. Back at T-Mobile Park as we go to the top of the 4th. And now Brandon Nimmo. Ripped on a line.
Para adentro.
And out number 1 on the grab.
Venga, bien, Brandon.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
He steps on the bag, and a couple of quick outs. Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Ground ball left side. What a stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Una pena.
And we're back. Here's Josh Rojas.
The second baseman.
The pitch. Misses outside. 1-0.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the
Vamos.
circle. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Up the middle, Julien. The throw to first. Already 2 gone here
Bueno, se
in the
viene
home
Julio,
front.
cuidado,
And now for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. They say you win.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a base hit.
Bueno, contábamos con ello, no pasa nada.
And that keeps the inning going.
Contábamos con ello.
Easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is
Va a cerrar
bat
esto, va.
stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Swings through that one.
2-2's the count.
And they'll do it again. Now it's 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Now a great back and forth in that at-bat. He play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. Over to third, but the throw's offline. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got it. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Mariners leave a couple. They're down 4-0. Jake Berger digs in now.
Menos mal, tío.
The pitch. Foul ball.
Well, these Mets,
Menos mal
their
esa.
numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you
Estaría guay otra bola, pero no va a pasar.
3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll
Estaría bien otra bola, tío.
Righty delivers. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Hauls it in after a
Qué pena, tío.
run. 1 down.
Qué pena, tío.
Here's Byron Buxton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Raleigh settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So up next for New York, Edouard Julien. That one pushed to the left and foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Vamos, vamos.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Ground ball
Venga,
right
bien,
side,
Edward, bien.
and that squirts through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
No va a servir de mucho ya, pero bueno.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch.
New pitcher for the Mariners, Mauricio Llovera.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Oh.
And a foul ball. Two outs. And there's a foul ball. Pickoff throw.
No, mistake.
To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. That situation. Bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. The line to kick the pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Sets him down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Here's the third baseman, Jamer Candelario. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Just off the outside part of the plate.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swings and misses. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. First pitch misses. The M's down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Pitch misses.
Hace el swing, hombre.
Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And Joe McDonald says he went around.
Vamos. Enorme Chris hoy,
Top 6, and now the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Leading off to the net.
And the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Soto in his 7th season, 25 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Muy raro, tío, como lanza,
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Prácticamente se no la tengo encima, no sé por dónde va a ir, tío.
Bounce to the right. On to France. They get the out on Soto. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Muy difícil,
He's
tío.
already homered here in this one. Hammers that
Come on.
one deep left
Vamos.
field and forget it.
Buenísima. Buenísima.
A gigantic blast. His 2nd home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 5-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Buenísima.
Another look at one of the most impressive home runs you'll ever see, as StatCast gives us the full picture.
Yeah, projected more than 480 feet on its way over the fence, and I don't think we could watch this replay enough, Boog. I mean, just incredible. That was a swing that we're not going to soon forget.
Now at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered in this game. Lifted in the air down the left side. Raley on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Una
And
pena.
there are 2 outs.
The catcher.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That's outside. And that's ball one.
Verdad, tío, hasta que no entra, no la veo,
2 outs. Out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Now it's the shortstop, Luis Urias. His righty-lefty splits there. And a pitch.
¿Cómo se coloca, tío?
Swing and
Perfecto.
a pop-up in foul ground. Drifts towards it. And there's one down.
Vamos.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Rojas,
1-0.
the next to hit, takes ball one. The Mets leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball for a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
1-2 now. That one
Yeah.
down the line and foul ball.
Vamos.
Looking for the K. Fastball at the letters frozen for strike 3.
Tienes un nivel muy alto,
On the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
France in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
High fly ball out to left field. Nimmo has it sized
Chris
up.
Paddock a un nivel muy, muy
And
alto hoy.
that will end the inning.
La verdad.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now,
Se ha merecido el descanso. Hay que cerrar esto,
Guevara back to work.
Será victoria
And first
importante,
off,
la verdad.
Rodriguez fouled off. Big swing and a miss. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Drew Smith appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. Saucedo, the lefty, warming up as well. And a pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away.
La cogerá, ¿no? Bueno.
Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3. So up next, Byron Buxton. On the outside corner, that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Right back to him
Buah, la ha
on the
cogido,
mound.
tío.
Slings to first, 2 up, 2 down.
La ha cogido, tío.
So the batting order turns over.
Now back.
Edouard
Venga,
Julien, the next to hit.
Juliet.
Out there to center. Rodriguez heads towards it.
Para Julio
He's
Rodríguez.
got it, and that'll end the inning.
Venga, va.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Tyler McGill.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
0-1.
Rodriguez stands in now and watches strike 1.
And 2.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
Got
Vamos.
him looking, and he
Y
did
Taylor.
not like the call.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the
Vamos.
pop he was dealing with at the
Uno
plate.
más,
Steps
Taylor.
on first for the out. Trace Thompson up next for the Mariners.
Yeah.
1-0.
Ball 1 there. just missed.
That's the ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better
No.
job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Taylor va,
That just came apart right there.
Ahora no, tío.
Walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
No, that missed. That's the
Rowley,
ball.
up for the 3rd time here, watches that
One ball,
miss.
no strike.
Thompson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Foul ball there. Next
2-2.
offering misses down and away.
Vamos.
95
Enorme,
to finish
Taylor,
them all.
enorme.
One left for Seattle.
Perfecto, chico.
Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Enorme, va.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Drew Smith. He last pitched 2 days ago. Jeff McNeil stands in. 1 for 3.
Jeff McNeil.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He can live up in the zone all game.
Va,
If
Jeff,
hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Out towards right center field. Haniger has a beat on it. Corrals it. And there's one away. Juan Soto now. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He circles the bases. His 54th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 6-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
De lujo. Vamos, vamos.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And
Buenísimo,
right there,
la verdad.
he made him pay.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
Venga, seguimos. Va.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. One down, base is empty. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Haniger has a beat on it. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo.
Nimmo.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Haniger makes the catch, inning over. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast.
Venga, poco a poco.
Back in Seattle, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jeimer Candelario. That misses. Ball 1. That's to third. Whips it across. And a quick out, number 1.
Vamos.
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners. And ball 1 to the right fielder.
1-0.
The Mets up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball.
Outside, and it's 2-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here comes a pitch. That one just missing inside. Full count, 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Bam.
And misses. It's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that.
Bien, Brandon.
Other than maybe there's something wrong with you.
Venga, un
We're
pasito
going to
más.
pause on that thought as that. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Smith back to work. There's the strike. Smith, a 6'2" righty, 30 years old now. And he was a third-round pick back in 2015. Lined, and that's a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And it's fouled away. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
It's a strikeout. So digging in, Jake Berger. On the ground,
No,
could
doble
be
play.
two.
Se acabó.
There's one, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 6
Pues nada.
and the Mariners. Back at T-Mobile
Hay que defender.
Park. Here's the first baseman, Ty France, taking
6
over
carreras,
the mound
vamos a
for
ver.
the Mets.
Si podemos.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Adbert Alzolay.
Venga, va.
And he deals to the right side.
Perfecto.
Toss to Alonso. And they get the leadoff man in the
Dos
ninth.
más.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Joder, pero
He's
este.
2 outs away. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1.
Buenísima.
Has a beat on it.
Uno más.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Luke Raley now at the plate. Just missed. There's a swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And another ball.
Venga, va.
The Mariners down to their final strike.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss, and he got
Muy
him.
sólidos, Picheando y bateando, la verdad.
Nice to grab the opener of the series. You come into a new ball.
Muy buen partido.
Sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight.
Muy buen partido, la verdad.
They didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.
Muy, muy bien. Bryce Miller.
On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Seattle Mariners. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Pete Alonso, he's homered in 5 straight games. So, partner, some can't-miss at-bats coming our way from him.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because watching him in batting practice, he was trying to keep the ball in the ballpark, hitting line drives the other way. So many times those home runs are mistakes, and I think he'd probably say half of the home runs he's hit lately have been mistakes because he's just trying to go gap to gap.
First pitch coming your way next.
Vamos a por ello. Segundo partido de la Serie A.
About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Bryce Miller. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Moving under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
¿Qué pasa, Miguel? ¿Qué tal? Gracias.
The right fielder. 1.
2 outs, base is empty. And now, Juan Soto.
Yo la primera vez que juego a esto, ¿eh? No he jugado nunca, tío.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Bueno, primer bateo. Los 3 eliminados con bateo. No está mal, venga. Vamos a por ellos. Saludos, Miguel. Gracias por comentar, tío.
And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring.
Ya, es que mi micro es una mierda, tío. Y además estoy con la alergia, todo se junta. Ya me compraré un micro mejor.
Sam Haggerty, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty. And that's outside, and it's 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Venga.
1 down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the
Venga,
zone.
va.
It's a good take.
Got him.
Vamos.
Now 2 away.
Menos mal. Bueno, cuidado aquí con mi primo, ¿eh? Ah, no. ¿No está Julio o qué?
Coming from that opposite arm angle, so I gotta think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Hard hit
Y el
left side.
Francisco.
Tosses to first, and the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there.
Bien, hemos empezado bien, va.
Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. There's a swing and a drive. Thompson going back. And that one is gone. And that should quiet this home crowd.
Me parecía el de antes, él ha cogido muy arriba.
50 on the year. It's 1-0. And just like that, his home run streak is up to 6.
Oh, he's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. He just can't miss every time he swings.
La ha cogido muy arriba, pero mira, aún así.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning.
Venga,
Kind of gets the
Brandon, va.
offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
In the air, out towards left center. Sizes this one up. And there's 1 down.
Pues no lo sé, tío. No sé por qué te salió, pero mira. Gracias por pasarte. Muchas gracias por la suerte y por los comentarios. A mí también los mexicanos. Saludos, tío. Saludos, Miguel.
And that one fouled off. One run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. That one ripped.
Estaba bien también, ¿eh? Oh. Qué pena, tío.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run.
Hemos estado cerca, pero cerca no vale.
Back in Seattle, bottom of the 2nd. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Trace Thompson. He was late there, strike 1. McClanahan, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Ground ball up the middle. Lindor throws to first in time. That's 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. Now the 3rd baseman, Jeimer Candelario. That clips the zone, and that's strike 1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Home team down a run. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Vamos.
And that quickly 2 away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Ty France in the box here lets that one go for a ball. High
Bien.
fly ball out into left center field.
Vale, vale, vale.
Nimmo brings it in for the 3rd out. We played 2 innings. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for New York.
Que son buenos en defensa también, tío. La verdad.
Fouled off. He was late. Berger, 27 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Ooh, body there. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Can't glove it cleanly.
Se le ha caído. Que no llega.
To first, and he just gets it.
Challenge, ¿no? ¿O qué? Sí, sí, sí. Yo creo que sí. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Va a estar ahí, ¿eh? Dentro. Dentro, dentro. Ya, tío. Dentro clarísimo. Menos mal que pido el challenge. Venga, Byron, aprovechalo. Ahí está. Perfecto, tío. La sirena del tren, vamos. Perfecto.
And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Vamos.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy.
Venga, va, seguimos,
many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
On the ground, out to short.
Oh.
He's in there.
Es que Julian es rapidísimo, tío.
Jump throw, you gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play, just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Line drive. No trouble
Qué pena,
here.
tío.
Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Qué pena, macho.
Here's Juan Soto.
Si hubiera botado algo, tío.
And he's back in on a dive.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Backed off the plate that time. Next offering in there for a strike.
1-1.
And 1-1. Julien over at first with one away. And that one is lifted in the air. Settles under this one. Hauls it in for the out. Out number 2.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder.
Una pena, la
back
verdad.
into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you
Una
at,
pena.
outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Found back our way, and that's out of play. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Miller keeping an eye on him.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Swing and a miss as he was late that
No
time.
ball, 2
Well,
strikes.
that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Catcher has it. Fires to first. That completes
Bueno,
the
sabe a
strikeout
poco,
inning.
porque
Mets had 2
no
runs
se empezó
on
muy
this
bien, pero
blast. It's
nos hemos
now-
caído ahí.
And we're
Venga, va.
back as we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's Luis Urias. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
How about this one, Boog? In 2023, Urias hit grand slams for Boston in back-to-back
Vamos.
plate appearances. It happened on different days, but he still became the first Red Sox player to do it since Jimmy Fox in 1940.
Now it's the right fielder, Cade Marlowe. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Dylan Moore. That misses, and it's 1-0. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball. Fouls one off. 2-2. The pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Soto going after it. And there's 2 away. So up next, Jonathan Clase. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and he just misses. Right through there for a strike. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball.
The
2
Mets
strikes.
leading by 3 here in the
Outside,
last
that's
half of the 3rd. And that's down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner
Vamos.
And he got him. Strike 3,
Vamos.
and that'll retire the side. Mariners leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Start of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Marlowe under it. Makes the catch for the out.
maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
This one in
Joder.
the air. Settles underneath it. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Digging in, Francisco Alvarez. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Got it by him for the K. And the Mets go back at T-Mobile Park. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the second baseman, Sam Haggerty. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1 for count.
Right through there for a strike. A wind in the pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the
Venga,
baseball
venga.
right now.
Mitch Garver up to hit here. Just off the inside edge. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2. Fastball for a strike. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 3-1.
1 strike.
One down, base is empty. That catches the top part of the zone. That is strike 2. The pitch. Hammers that one deep.
Estaba claro, tío.
And forget it. That was blasted to the moon. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they inch closer. It's 3-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
O sea, estaba claro como el agua, tío. Pero como el agua, ¿eh? Era algo clarísimo que iba a pasar. Cuando se ponen las cosas así, tío. O sea, es que se ve que está decidido.
The Mets leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And strike 2.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Just off the outside corner. Now 1-2. That one just misses.
Ya estamos, tío.
And now the lefty.
Account full.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Boss.
Got him swinging. Jamer Candelario getting ready to hit. That's outside. Ball 1. And a strike on the outside edge. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the 2nd game of the series. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. High fly ball, right field.
Bien, Juan.
Soto makes the grab, and that's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is... And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's a big power threat. Jake Burger. Bounced up the middle. Moore.
No se le escapa.
On to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, that looks routine, but it hasn't been so easy for this club defensively this year. And you've got to make those routine plays behind a pitcher. Helps him to get more comfortable and move through this ball game.
And the right-hander deals. That one misses. And the count even 1-1.
Ball 1 strike.
Wouldn't chase that time. 1 down, base is empty. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though. And a tough play with a fast runner, but they get the out.
¿Cómo lo ha parado,
Back
tío?
to the top of the lineup. And now Edouard Julien. In the air to left center. Clase sizing this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Mariners, Ty France. And that's outside.
Well, these Mariners just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them. So they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Next pitch is outside. And he takes a strike. Kicks and fires. Line line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Fires to second.
Vamos.
Over to Alonso. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Goes up empty.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Vamos,
Swing
vamos,
and a
vamos.
miss, and he struck him out.
Dormes.
And we're back, top of the 6th inning. And now the DH, Jeff McNeil. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. McNeil, a former All-Star, a career batting average over 300. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
On the ground, right side, Haggerty. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Under this one. Makes
Me
the
está
grab.
limpiando rápido.
2 outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso will hit next. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to
No
end
puedo,
the
tío.
inning. Back in Seattle, and the batter will be the shortstop, Dylan Moore. That's in there. That's strike 1. Late on that fastball.
No ball, 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. All the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing
No
batters.
ball, 2 strikes.
This to center
Buxton.
field. Buxton moves under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Sam Haggerty, the next to hit. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one fouled off. On the ground to the left. Berger sends it to first, and that is the inning. Mariners are down in order, and they still trail it here 3-1. Ryan Stanek on the pitch out of the pen here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. The pitch. Ripped to
Oh,
third.
qué pena, tío.
Candelario on the first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. In the air out towards right center. Gets under it. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. This one in the air, right field. Marlowe.
Tío, es que en 3 pitches me barra.
Drops into the glove.
En 3 pitches me limpia, tío.
McClanahan back to work. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That one hammered center field. Buxton ranges back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Now the left fielder, Trace Thompson. That catches the outside corner, and that is strike 1. The M's down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th. Fought off foul. On the ground to short. Zips it across. That's the 2nd out. And now for Seattle, Jeimer Candelario. And that's in there at the knees.
0-1's the count.
And that's just foul. 0-2 now. Bounce to third. Berger. And that is the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Taylor Saucedo.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in, Jake Berger. And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Como lanza, tío, es increíble, ¿eh?
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Zips it to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So up next, Byron Buxton. His 2-run homer back in the 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Wouldn't chase that time. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Gabe Spire appears to be getting ready for manager Scott's service. Smith also getting ready. And that's in for a
strike. ¿De qué, tío?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. And that is a foul ball. The pitch. This ball's chopped on the ground. Candelario sends it across to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Michael Lorenzen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game.
Buena.
Just wired different,
Vamos.
so we'll see what he's got here.
And now it's going to be Luis Urias. And that's in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Smoked on the ground a second. Toss to Alonso. And a couple of quick outs. Cade Marlowe up next for the Mariners.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
That one's in there, and it's 1-1. The Mariners trailing by 2 here at the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one lifted in the air, left
Venga,
field.
va. A ver si podemos aumentar la ventaja.
Third out of the inning.
Partido complicado, la verdad.
And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gabe Spire.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And he handles it himself for the out.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Spire, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Left-hand hitter waits. And miss, struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Two down, nobody on. Inside, almost got him. Inside, almost got him. Two outs. That one almost got him.
Vamos.
That's a base hit.
Vamos a rascar algo, tío.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Softly hit back behind.
Esa va bien, Brandon, venga.
That one gets down for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Rascar algo estaría bien, ¿eh?
Works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the 9th.
Qué pena, tío.
Looking for some insurance.
Qué pena.
As our friends down in the South would say,
Insurance.
no matter how you say it.
Well, this pitch rides in too far. That got
Tío,
him.
¿qué pasa,
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So 2 down. Francisco Alvarez digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Se me va a ir una oportunidad guapa, la verdad. Muy, muy guapa, tío. Se me va a ir una oportunidad tela, la verdad. Una pena. Venga.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Me ha un hit, macho.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
1-2 now. Lifted in the air, right center field. Clase flashes the leather on the run and catch. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And now here is Dylan Moore. Now on the bump, Andres Munoz.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
There's a strike. That one at triple digits.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Jonathan Clase. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Soto pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Sam Haggerty. Fastball for a strike. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. That one misses, and it's 1-1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. One strike away.
¡Vamos! Qué partido más complicado, tío. Son muy complicados, tío, estos partidos. Pero bueno, victoria. Vamos a por el tercero.
For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
The final line.
Venga, va. El tercero. Hombre, Luis Severino, ¿qué dices?
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. All set to bring you MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the New York Mets taking on the Seattle Mariners. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Pete Alonso, without a doubt, he's the man to keep an eye on, partner. He's homered in 6 straight games.
Venga,
Well, Boog, he's just unconscious when you look at the ability to get to the baseball and hit it over the fence. I think about recent occurrences. Paul Goldschmidt in 2019, Matt Carpenter in 2018, and Giancarlo Stanton in 2017.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now, and towing the slab.
A ver si cerramos, tío, la serie ganando,
He hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you know, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Swing, and that ball smashed on the line. Haniger makes the play. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. Right
bueno, pues en 3 pitchers nos ha limpiado para los 3.
And they go down fast. 3 outs.
Qué partido más difícil este.
Here's Josh Rojas.
Nosotros no tendremos tanta suerte, la verdad.
That one's in there. That's strike 1. Right side. Soto gets under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away. Ty France now at the plate. That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Slider misses outside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
That one missed. Next pitch is downstairs. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. And 1, 2, 3. Back at T-Mobile Park. Top of the second. Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a fly ball in the air. Out towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Qué envidia.
1 down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 2 for 8 in the series so far. In
Otro,
the air,
venga.
left field. Rayleigh settles. Squeezes it. And
Qué rarete, la verdad.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Frankie Lindor. 2 for 7 in the series so far. On the ground to first.
No entiendo, tío.
Takes it himself.
Se me escapa, la verdad. 6 pitchers, 6 outs, la verdad. Es una cosa de locos, ¿eh?
We're tied, 0-0. We head to the bottom of the second, so now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Luke Raley. The pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Right-hander kicks, deals. That misses. 1-1. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
1 out, bases empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 2-1. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out towards left center. Buxton sizing it up. Brings it in. That's out number 2. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. First offering, and it just misses. 2 outs, bases empty. Fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Kicks and deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one 95 to finish him off. Nobody left for Seattle. We'll move to the 3rd with no. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Here's the power hitting catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Swings through that. Severino, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter. It's in and out of his glove, but the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out. So digging in, Jake Berger.
Oh, no.
And a foul ball. Top of the 3rd, no score. That's hard hit on the line.
A las manos.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Byron Buxton. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game.
Count 1-0.
And misses inside. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
All over that one right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
They got him, and that will end the inning. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now batting Mitch Haniger. Bradish back to work.
Voy a callar de eso porque no tengo palabras.
Swings through that one.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Righty to the plate. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's Luis Urias. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Good eye right there. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 1 down. Base is empty. And that's outside. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch
Venga,
of the
tío, ¿en
at-bat.
serio?
And the slider just misses.
Bueno, sabemos cómo va a acabar, ¿no?
Ouch. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Dylan Moore.
Well, it's a little concerning when a fastball gets away like that. No run or break to worry about, and he'd still hit him.
And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. Over to first, safe.
Bueno,
So the lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Josh Rojas. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Moore off of first with 2 away. There goes the runner. Throw to second, and great jump.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
And on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And the righty deals. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Nimmo hauls it in to end the inning.
está muy difícil la serie, ¿eh? Muy
New
difícil.
inning getting started.
Un equipo muy difícil, sobre todo defensivamente. Muy complicado, ¿eh? Y los pitchers son buenos también, la verdad. Es muy difícil, ¿eh?
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right.
Que me limpian en un picheo, tío.
Not everything is in your control.
Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 outs. And now it's Juan Soto. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals.
Imposible, tío.
Haniger sizing it up. And that is that.
Está muy complicado el tema, ¿eh?
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Mariners, Ty France. And a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. And that's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And a pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And takes low for ball 1. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Fast forward to 2022. For Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year, the Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA, enticing teams to promote their good young players. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Good steal a second right there, and now the table is set for the middle of this order to drive in the first run of this ball game. I like that they're trying to manufacture some offense early on.
Here's a 1-1. That'll chase one upstairs there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Runner on the go again. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. The M's yet to pick up a hit here.
Vale ya, tío. Vale ya.
This one in the air, center field. Buxton moves under it, makes the grab, and there's 2 down. In now is the Mariners DH, Trace Thompson. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game
Oh,
of the
coño.
series. Got him.
Joder.
And we're back. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. The right-hander back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. It feels like it's been one first pitch out after another, and they've given up 8 outs on the first pitch alone.
And that one hammered. Rodriguez drop step going back.
Vamos.
Out of here.
Vamos.
Pete
Vamos.
Alonso takes it deep. His 51st home run of the year. It's 1-0. And the streak is alive. He's homered now in 7 straight.
Who does this guy think he is, Joey Votto or something? Man, that's ridiculous.
So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. That's out to center field. Rodriguez racing over to make the catch. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough
Bueno, hemos abierto el marcador por lo menos,
retired. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. Pitch misses. 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out. The Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now a 1-0 ball. Back in Seattle, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. There's a strike.
0-1.
Just missed. And that one fouled off. Righty delivers. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Here comes a pitch. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now here is Mitch Haniger. Just missed. That pitch gets the inside corner, and the count 1-1. The Mariners down by a run. Last half of inning number 5.
2 strikes.
Bounce to the right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Perfecto.
And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Mariners top 6. And stepping in for New York, Jake Berger. In the air, right field. Haniger makes the grab, 1 down. And next for the Mets, Byron Buxton. He swings and fouls 1 off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground.
Vamos.
Through, base hit. So now back to the top.
Y atento que no te la base, hijo. Antes te la han robado. Un poquito de cuidado.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Severino throws to first. Buxton back in there.
¿Qué? ¿Qué? No me jodas. O sea, que se ha roto el metacarpiano de la muñeca. ¿Me jodas? ¿Me jodas?
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Just kept it simple. Played proper with the middle of the infield.
Vaya jaleo, vaya jaleo.
There's just no one there to knock it down.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Pretty frugal guy.
Todo menos doble play, tío, por favor, te lo pido.
The pitch count in this one.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground, right
Todo menos
side.
eso.
Dive, and he's got it. Throws from his knees. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, he looks so comfortable
Menos
making
mal.
that
Venga,
play.
Juan.
Dives, comes up with it, and then
Por
from
favor.
one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Swing and blast one.
Se va afuera, ¿no?
It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks
¿Me
back.
jodas?
That was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance. But if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, and go after him and finish him off.
2 outs.
Al palco una oportunidad guapa,
Here in the third and final game of the series.
Vaya tela, tío. Vaya tela.
Brings it in, and that's the third out. A couple of hits. Now into the game, Tyrone Taylor. He'll be patrolling center field. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Andres Munoz.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And that one fouled off. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's the second baseman, Josh Rojas. His home and away splits there. Just missed. Munoz, 25 years old, and he's a native of Mexico.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
At the belt and fires.
A ver, Andrés, esto tenía que ser rápido, chicos. O sea, no estar aquí todo el día, la verdad.
The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. So a man aboard now with one away. So they finally get their first hit in this one, and that puts an end to the combined no-hitter bid.
Yeah, and that combined no-no doesn't have the same prestige as a solo one, but you have to give credit to these pitchers for coming in, putting on a great performance so far, but now all attention goes towards getting a W in this ballgame.
Sneaks through, base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Back-to-back singles. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even.
That one way inside.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. 1-0-1 on the gun. Swing and a miss. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
High in the
Juan.
air, out to right.
Uf, vaya librada. Vaya librada.
We go to the top of the 7th, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And the pitch. Hit in the air, center field. And it drops in. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit. Wouldn't chase that time.
Venga, Brandon.
Kicks and fires.
Joder, Brandon, tío. De verdad.
Alonso aboard here at first with nobody out. That's towards center. Rodriguez makes the grab. Then there's one down. Here's Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Urias under it. Calls it in, 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Drew Smith.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Center field. Rodriguez settles underneath it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that, now it's the DH, Trace Thompson. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
In there at the knees. And now 3-1. Oh, that got him. And that'll put the tying run on base to start the inning. No outs. Runner at first. New pitcher on here, Adbert Alzolay.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position. The pitch. And ball 1.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
And the right-hander deals. Fights that one away.
Joder, colega, de verdad, eh.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
And that one a little bit high.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners.
The right fielder.
And the slider just misses. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
No, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. No, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Fought off foul. 2 outs. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 1 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. Action in the pen down there. Taylor Saucedo preparing to come on if needed. Stanek getting loose as well. And it's even up. And a swing and a miss.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
And that one fouled off.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Foul ball there.
Va a estar difícil, la verdad.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And the Mets go back at T-Mobile Park. Leading off, Dylan Moore. First pitch, not close. And strike 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just trying to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
France at the plate now. That's ball 1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on goal.
So they turn to Edwin Diaz out of the pen. And this is appearance number 45. Rodriguez in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. In to score from third. We're tied at 1.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Raley swings through it for strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for
99 miles per hour to finish him off. So first and second with 2 outs. And next is the designated hitter, Trace Thompson. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break.
Qué pena, la verdad. Tiene que aparecer en algún momento. No apareció en ningún partido. Pues tiene que aparecer en algún momento este pavo, la verdad. Qué lástima que en la penúltima entrada del último partido tiene que aparecer. Pero bueno, esto es derrota. Esto es derrota, pero vamos. No sé. La verdad. Esto es derrota.
So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
No sé, es que no sé. Es que no sé batear con estos pitchers, no sé. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver.
Wouldn't chase that time. On a strike, the pitch. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Fires to second for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And a foul ball left side.
Ahí está la oportunidad.
The possible go-ahead run
En ese hit.
first.
Si hubiera ido donde tenía que ir, se habría puesto el tema interesante, pero
2 outs. Foul ball still 0-2. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Him out. Couldn't hit the fast. Back in Seattle, here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Diaz back to work.
Outside.
And a good eye there. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Right-handed reliever. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he punches him out. He went around. So up next, Mitch Haniger. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Right through there for a strike.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that...
High fly ball down the left field line. Drifts towards it. Reaches out for it, but can't make the play. And it drops foul in the corner. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Urias in the box now. No balls and a strike. Outside low, and that's ball 1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to send this to extra innings. And now it's even up. Got him looking for the strikeout. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts.
And we're back on to extra innings. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. As the lefty gets to work.
No, tío, no.
Okay,
No nervios, tío.
He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Man at second. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
4 bolas habría avanzado a la base. Y me van a eliminar. Qué gracioso, tío.
Kicks and deals. Struck him out looking.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away, so you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. I'll tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
And that one fouled off. Runner edges away at second. Line drive.
Es buena.
That's a fair ball inside
Es buena.
third. Coming home.
Es buena.
He'll score and the Mets take the lead. It's 2-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Taylor takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Increíble, tío.
Big swing and a miss.
Se lo cree ni él. Esa bola no se la cree ni él, vamos. Todo perro.
On a line, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Edouard Julien. That one fouled off. Traffic on the
Doble play,
bases
no, por
with
favor.
one already in here in extra innings. 0-2 now as
Madre,
he swings
tío.
through.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center. That's well struck.
Vamos.
And that one humps
Vamos.
the wall.
Vamos, Eduard.
Run is in.
Enorme, vamos.
Coming home.
Vamos.
He'll score. 2 runs are
Vamos,
in, and
vamos.
they're up by 3. In there safely.
Enorme, Eduard, enorme.
Nicely done. Brings home
Enorme,
2.
tío,
Off the
enorme.
bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter,
Enorme,
you're all
joder.
seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate.
Qué golpe más
It's
bueno,
such a
tío.
good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Ryan Stanton.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Now, Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off. And a foul ball. One away with a runner at third. That one lifted to left. Raley in and to his right. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Vaya serie, Jeff,
On
colega.
Soto now.
Venga, va.
On the ground right
Nada,
side.
tío.
Rojas throws on
Bueno, hemos
first.
conseguido un buen bote, ¿eh? Hay que
Out on
defenderlo ahora y ganar el
Soto. That
partido,
ends the
tío.
inning.
Venga.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Dylan Moore. Slider clips the zone. Next pitch is outside. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground right side.
¿Y ese golpe, tío?
Around third. The throw
¿Y ese
in.
golpe a qué viene, tío?
Line. The run comes
Ese
in.
gita, ¿qué cojones vienes, tío?
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the
¿Pero qué
dugout,
coño
players
hace?
pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And the batter down, Josh Rojas. The tying run at the plate. There's the strike. Swing and a pop off in foul ground. He's got it, and there's one away. And up next for Seattle, Ty France. And he takes one right on the black. That's strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Doubled up on the slider away. Two-seamer here.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Pero aquí viene aquí mi primo, ¿eh?
Deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the
Viene aquí mi
adjustment.
primo,
He came
ahora.
at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch, and that at
Viene
bat
aquí mi
end
primo que
evidently
tiene un
there's no answer.
peligro que... bueno, pues,
Rodriguez, the next to hit, takes outside. There's the strike. Late on that fastball. Diaz is just 1 strike away.
¡Vamos!
Right through there.
Vaya serie, tío.
And that'll
O sea, hemos quedado 3-0 en la serie, pero ha sido una serie difícil, peleona, o sea, más dura que un bocata de piedras, fea, horrorosa. O sea, vaya serie, más complicada, tío. Ha sido una serie muy, muy difícil. La verdad. Muy complicada. Para mí es Edward Julian para comprar el partido. Venga, vamos a echar uno más. Empezamos la serie con Oakland Athletics. La empezamos, ¿vale? No sé qué es esto, pero... Para Ultimate Team será, supongo. A ver, venga, empezamos ya la serie, ¿vale? Queda tiempo a otro partidito más. Terrible, tío. Terrible. Terrible, macho. Me jodas, tío. No me jodas, tío. Pues la verdad es que nos viene muy bien la adhesión ahora de este pavo, la verdad. Venga. Alex Put contra Kodai Senga. 38-81 van de récord. Debería ser 3 victorias fáciles, pero después de lo que vi ayer, ya no me fío nada. La verdad.
Welcome.
Kodai.
Okay, all set to go. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Yuri Ruiz. And there's a foul ball.
Yuri.
0-1 down. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up. Alonso under it. Puts it away for the out. Ryan Modo up next for the A's. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. In for a strike, 0-1.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
1 out, bases empty.
Ya empezamos con los problemas.
Left-hand batter waits. Good
Ya
job to fight
empezamos.
that one off. In the air, out towards left center. Lindor snags it, 2 away down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Zach Geloff in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here in Queens.
Alex Wood.
And on the hill in this one, Alex Wood. And
Bueno, se me han movido todas las alineaciones, ¿no?
not been particularly kind
¿A que sí?
to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes
Creo que Edward Julian no puede estar, tío, en el banquillo.
Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Venga. Bien.
Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Hammered on the line, base hit. Headed for the plate. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulder stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
Pete Alonso, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. On the ground to third, and a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 2.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's Francisco Lindor. In the air, left side. And out number 1 on the grab. So digging in, Jake Berger.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they lead by 3. And he'll pull into second safely.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
Los 3 de mi división en la wildcard.
Now this is in the air down the line. Rooker sizes this one up. Makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And they lead by 4. Harold Ramirez at the dish.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
¿La coge?
Sí. Right there.
Bueno, no está mal. No está mal el inicio, la verdad. No está mal.
And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in for Oakland, Brent Rooker. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Senga, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he was born in Japan. That one's in there. 1-2. The punch out there.
En la primera parada por ahí.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Marte going after it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Tyler Soderstrom. In the first pitch, misses for ball 1. The Athletics down by 4 here at the top of the second. Next offering is in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
The 1-2.
Vamos.
And he chases that one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Wouldn't chase that time. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. And a quick out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup. Starling Marte up to hit. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Here's Juan Soto. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And off the base of the wall. McNeil headed home.
Joder.
He will score. It's 5-0.
Se han hecho ahí la picha un lío, ¿eh?
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's
Se han hecho ahí, chaval. La picha un lío, ¿eh? Mira, 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 hostia, hostia. ¿Qué es esto? Ya se va, tío. No, hombre, dale una oportunidad, chaval. No, hombre. Muy mal, tío. Dame una oportunidad, chaval, joder.
Soto stands at second with 2 gone. Lifted to left center, way back there.
Por cambiarle al chaval, te lo mereces.
A gigantic blast. His 52nd home run of the season. It's 7-0. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive.
Lindor in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
No.
Up. Geloff should have this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now 7.
Bueno, muy bien, ¿no?
And welcome back to the ballpark.
Jordan Díaz.
At the plate, Jordan Diaz. To the right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters.
Y se ha visto que tiene el gatillo rápido.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter,
Miguel Andújar.
some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Logan Davidson.
Bien, Jeff.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in Queens as we go to the last of the 3rd. Stepping in the long ball threat, Jake Berger. And he grounds one back up the middle.
Bien, chaval. Enorme.
And very nicely done for the
Bien, chaval, bien.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now the DH, Harold Ramirez.
Sí, Harold.
0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. This one smoked out to left.
Oh.
And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Man at first. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Nimmo leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
0-2.
No, hombre. Estaba buenísimo.
Sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Nice weight transfer there. He gets the front foot down, and when a hitter is
hitting
against a firm front side, his hands can be lightning quick through the zone.
Marte stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Hit hard, base hit. Around third. He'll score, and it's an 8-run lead.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was
Venga, Jeff, vaya cortador de rollo, Jeff, tío.
Makes a nice running catch. And that on to the fourth. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Yuri Ruiz. High fly ball out to center field. One away. Ryan Noda up next for the A's.
Ese es el peligroso, ¿no? La ha liado antes un poco ahí.
One down, base is empty.
Ball 2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Soto gets under it. Corrals it. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that Juan Soto, the next to hit. The wind to kick the pitch. Now fly ball to right center. On the move. Makes the catch for the out. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. High fly ball out.
Bueno, pues 2 fly ball ahí sanas.
Sizing this one up. Calls it in, and there's 2 away. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. In the air out to center.
La tercera.
Moving under this one. That is the inning.
Bien, bien, que pase rápido.
Back here at Citi Field, ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
You know, these Athletics just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a
Pues estamos en la 5, ya ha pasado rápido.
Now it's J.D. Davis. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Marte sizes this one up.
Vale.
Calls it in for the out.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Oh.
Chop to the left side. Toss to Alonso. That's out number 3. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's a big power threat. Jake Berger. Swings through that one for strike 1. Oakland's bullpen has some movement. Ross Stripling appears to be getting loose. Miller also throwing. The 0-2. Rips one to right.
Estaba buena, yo creo,
And foul ball.
Qué poco, falta.
The next pitch misses. 1-2 to count.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
The lefty fires. Got him looking. And 1 out now.
Okay.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Nimmo now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. In position. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Now it's the DH, Harold Ramirez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Ramirez in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. In the air to left center.
Yeah, Harold.
Falls in, and that's a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Almost got him.
2 strikes.
In the air, right field. Nabs it, and the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Jordan Diaz. Up and in, and it's 1-0. Towards first. Alonso steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Strike one.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
1 ball.
Not even close there. And the count 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Pues nada.
1 down, base is empty. Spoils
Ya
that
sabemos cómo
one, and it
acabar esto.
remains 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him as a hitter. You feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to
Venga,
make
seguimos.
some type of contact.
The A's still looking
Hasta
for
que
their
pase lo que
first
tiene que
hit in
pasar.
this one.
Venga. Continuamos para bingo. Venga, a tu casa.
It's a strikeout.
He came out
So.
of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Davidson batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike one. Ball one there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work. Back here in Queens, here's Starling Marte. The
Karen
wind-up
está muy bien hoy,
ground ball to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Jeff McNeil stands in. And there's the strike.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And a ground ball to first. Noda.
Mejor, así pasa rápido.
And a couple of quick outs. Now here is Juan Soto.
Perfecto, la haces igual.
Right into it. Throws
Venga.
to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So taking over on the mound for the Mets, Michael Lorenzen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Bounce to the right. Over to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. So up next, Ryan Noda.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the zone. And the count 1-1. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 strikes.
Left field.
Nimmo.
Nimmo makes the grab. 2 down. Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. A little bit high, maybe. Ball 1. And that's down and away. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
One strike.
That's in there. It's 2-2. This
Bien,
one in the
Michael.
air. Alvarez makes the catch, and that'll do. Set for the last half of the seventh, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Muller back to work. Ripped to short.
Venga, así pasa
And
rápido.
one away in the bottom of the seventh. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. The shortstop takes the ball. And he grounds one to the right side. Boots it. Throw to first. Gets him.
Challenge.
Good job to stay with
Challenge,
it there
eh.
for the second out.
Pasa, hombre.
2 outs, base is empty. Jake Berger up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop. Swing for the fences.
Hammer, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 2. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets. We go to the 8th. So here's the cleanup hitter for Oakland, Brent Rooker. And first offering is fouled off. Lorenzen, an all-star a season ago, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Alvarez makes the grab, one away. Now it's J.D. Davis. And he's now just 5 outs away. He's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, Boog, he is rolling just in one of those grooves where he looks pretty unbeatable today.
And it's fouled away. Next offering is downstairs. The Athletics yet to pick up a hit here. Swing and a ball popped up. Puts it away for the out. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
2-0.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
2-1.
There's a strike. Just missing there. And it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Andujar stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. First and second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And down on strikes he goes. And that is that. A's strand a couple. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the Mets DH, Harold Ramirez. Line drive, base hit right center field. And the leadoff man aboard. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. That's in there. Strike 1.
Strike, tío, te caes.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play. So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, Starling Marte. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. No swing. This one high in the air to left center. And that is that.
Bueno. Pues aquí se va a acabar.
And We go to the ninth. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Logan Davidson. 3 outs from a no-hitter. And a foul ball.
Espero que se acabe.
You can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now. You got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
Berger makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Just 2 more outs to go in this bid for a no-hitter.
And physically, there's probably some fatigue, but mentally, which might be what's most important, he seems as strong now as he's been all game.
I'm sure the adrenaline is fully ramped up at this point as well. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 out.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is, hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
They're down to their final strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch yet. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And the no-hitter just 1 out away.
Vamos.
It's a no-hitter.
Well, no-hitters are awesome, but there's something really fun and cool about a combined no-hitter. What a great day to be at the ballpark. This team got the W. That's what's most important.
No me han hecho hit, ¿no? La verdad. Bueno, partido muy fácil, resuelto en las 2 primeras entradas, la verdad. Así que bueno, venga. Mañana más y mejor, chicos. Gracias a todos los que habéis estado ahí. Mañana acabamos la serie y empezamos la de Miami. Chao, chicos.